Welcome into Zions Bank Stadium for the boys 5A Lacrosse State Championship, as we've got a doozy coming up for you. The top-seeded Brighton Bengals preparing to take on the mainstay Park City Miners. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. Pleased to be joined by Scott Kellner. Scott, these have been two of the best teams all year long in 5A. They had a game for the ages in the regular season, a 6-5 overtime win for Park City. This time a lot more on the line with the state championship.
Really excited for this game, Dane. Brighton, an offensive powerhouse. Great shooting, great goalkeeping, just overall great defense. This defense leads the state in takeaways. On the other side, Park City plays great team defense, led by Garrett Hebert, number 7. He's a player to keep an eye on. He's going to be matched up against Carrera all night, the leading point scorer for Brighton. It's going to be a really great matchup.
He did really well on Carrera in that first matchup. Brighton was averaging, I don't remember what it was, 16, 17 a game, something crazy like that. They scored 2 goals in the first 2 minutes, and then they only scored 1 more in that first half, then 2 goals in the first 90 seconds. They didn't score again. So this Park City defense, and be it Olympus, Brighton, Corner Cane, whatever offense they faced, it's been a load for opposing offenses to try to beat them. And really, A.J. Silionoff, the senior goalie, has been fantastic. And, boy, he's taken his play from being good to great the last 4 weeks of the year.
Well, and Park City is really kind of a tournament champion, tournament team. Really, they're undefeated in 5A playoff games since it became a sanctioned sport. So Park City is really playing well so far in the postseason.
We talk about how good Silionoff has been, but you've got a goalie on the other end in Mason Frey. This is a personal opinion. I think he's the best goalie in the state. A .702 save percentage for the Brighton Bengals. So you have one of the best goalies in the state, if not the best goalie, with one of the most electric offenses. Why most people think Brighton, the best team in the state. But Park City had something for him in the regular season. We'll see if they have something for him here in the final game of the year. Ready to start off here at Harriman at Zions Bank Stadium. It's Brighton wearing the home white uniforms today. Park City in the road blacks. Brighton with the opening face-off win. Want to remind you, the clock you see on your screen, unofficial. At times we start it early, stop it late, that sort of thing, as we try to do our best to keep it true with the official clock here in the stadium. Brighton working this around. We'll talk about all the offense they have. You alluded to Gabe Carrera. What a year for the sophomore. 59 goals for the sophomore. He is one of the best scorers in the state, and boy, that shot jumps on you. Brighton working this around. Here's Reese. Back behind goal. Some of the other top goal scorers, Donovan Wismer has 50 goals this year for Brighton, 44 for Salinas. He did not play late, trying to get healthy for the playoffs. As that one checked loose, kept here by Brighton, trying to size up a shot for Anderson. He's another great goal scorer. This one tapped ahead, shot, and a goal. Brighton on the board first.
Just sort of a broken play, ball's loose in front of the goal. Salinas scoops it up, just an easy dunk. Nice job by Salinas. Johnny on the spot. Guess that would go past Silionoff.
He is over 40 goals this season. We talk about this offense. Carrera gets a lot of the headlines. There's plenty of other guys that can contribute for Brighton. A goal in the first 90 seconds and a face-off win for the Bengals. Oh, Park City able to take it. This Park City team, they can score when they need to, but they'll be very deliberate offensively. When they have opportunities, they strike, and they strike fast. But they certainly don't get into a lot of track races with a lot of opposing teams.
I feel like Park City is a good example of just sometimes the best defense is an offense that can possess the ball. They're very methodical with their possessions, don't take a lot of risks.
Coming around. Tried the little no-looker there, I think. Reese Smith, he was great in that semifinal win over Olympus. A shot there backed up here. Playing the black lines today. A little tough to see. There's a lot of action going on here at Zions Bank all week long. done their best to get the field ready to go as the night goes on. Those lines may be tough to see, but playing blacks for you today. Birch, he was solid offensively. I think he had 3 goals in that win over Olympus.
Yeah, one of the leading point scorers for this Park City Miners team. You definitely want to keep an eye on number 21. He's got a shorty matchup here.
Looking up that left lane. Good slide. They're going to make Brighton work. You talk about best defense and offense. They can hold it. That hits off the pipe. Good look there for Marsland. Marsland has had himself a good week as well for Park City. Running start here. Van Valkenburg gives to Alnwick. Trying to hold off a shot. It was just wide. Park City is getting to the cage here.
Being aggressive on the dodge, drawing slides. The offense looks good at the start here in the first quarter.
Liam will work back here with Wade Birch. That Park City win they had over Brighton had a co-region champion in Region 6 between both these two teams and the Titans. As here's a shot. Oh, and Frey able to fight that off. Van Valkenburg defended by Hansen. Gould working over. We'll tell you, get used to physicality. They've let it be physical all week long. We've loved it. It's made for great games. That's going to be a good battle. Marsland had it jarred loose. The defense of Peters. And Park City able to maintain it. Bracken Birch again. He's got a step to the middle. Lined up and shot, and Frey's there. Frey looking strong early, seeing the ball well.
Yep. It was a great take by Frey, or excuse me, by Birch. Frey with a better save.
That stepped in by Murray for the Bengals. As they work back behind. This is Wismer, now up to Carrera. In case you haven't seen Gabe Carrera, he's got a real electric shot, especially from that wing, right back, 15. Sending to Taylor. Brighton setting up as they bring Grayson Harris on. He's got it here. Carrera. Harris. Approaching the midway point here, first quarter.
Carrera smart to sink Hebert on the crease.
Salinas coming back. This Park City defense moves so quick. Just not a lot of room to work against. Carrera. Underhanded pass near side. Coming around. Taylor sends back up. We don't call it the best defense in the state for no reason, right? Salinas. Carrera trying to get to that middle. Dumps off underneath. Couldn't get a clean shot. And the push will keep it here. It's a long Brighton possession. Anderson. That one lost. They're trying to get it back to Anderson. Scrap here for the ground ball. Park City has it. It's Reese Smith. And that was essentially 2.5, maybe 3 minutes of defense by Park City.
It's tough for this Brighton offense to find the kind of rhythm that they're used to playing with in the regular season against this Park City defense.
Well, and they're trying. That ball's flying around. I mean,
but Park City's so compact, plays such great team defense.
Great extension with their sticks and just their movements. Just play very connected as a unit. Tough to dissect. Park City going to bring the offense up here, including Bracken Birch. Little step there.
Nice.
Worked inside. And a penalty flag coming in here.
I think that was maybe a slash.
Trip. Oh, push. We've got some help in the box today. That's going to make this 5A championship all the better.
Oh, hold.
So Park City will go man up. And is that technical on Mida? So 30-second man-up opportunity for the Miners. It's Brighton flying around. That one, I'll ricochet off, will stay here.
The last time these two teams met, it was the man-up opportunities that really kept Park City in the game.
You're right. Coming up, big wind-up there, and a goal. It's a man-up goal scored by guess who? Bracken Birch, tied at 1.
Birch, great shot placement, low and away on Frey. Frey, we've talked about it. Frey is a left-handed goalie, which is a little bit unique for shooters to get used to. That one low and away on Frey's stick side hand. Great shot placement by Birch.
Another man-up goal, Scott, as you alluded to.
That was a big part of what kept Park City in that last game against Brighton.
A face-off win for the Bengals. They've been strong on face-off here in this first quarter. Here's Harris. Salinas. Back behind goal. Taylor. Salinas sending up. Anderson. A shot and a goal. Good look. Boy, they actually had Wismer in front. I thought they were going to feed it there, but instead they sent it up top with Grayson Harris and the senior giving the lead back to the Bengals.
Beautiful skip pass up to Harris. Nice 12-yard time and room. Placed it wherever it got to place it wherever he wanted to. Good shot placement on Silyanov. The high bouncer. Beautiful overhand shot. Shooting from Brighton so far has been on point.
Well, I actually like their patience too,
Yeah.
right?
It's not always about the first shot, it's about the best shot.
Yep. Here comes Smith. He's going to take this shot. And Frey able to deflect that aside. Good look there for Reese Smith. .90 seconds to go here, opening quarter. Worked inside. That one maybe off the iron there on the side. And it will head back to the Bengals. Good chase there. Taylor, nice move there. Good juke. Salinas going topside, and Brighton taking a 2-goal lead here. What a move by Andrew Salinas.
That's Salinas' second goal of the day. Carrera had Hebert caught on the front side of the goal. Silyanov kind of came out to play one side. Hebert kind of came out to play the other. A little bit of confusion freed up Salinas for a really clean look. Silyanov barely had time to get back in the goal. Great look by Carrera, taking advantage of getting his man hung up.
.45 seconds to go. Face off controlled by Brighton. Anderson working back. Here comes Harris. 20 seconds left. Skipped over. Shot there, looking high again. This one backed up. Inside of 10 seconds in this opening quarter. Reese gives to Carrera, trying to get one on, and did that one cross? The officials looking, yes, gives Carrera at the horn, makes it 4-1 Brighton. Park City petitioning, but the official made the ruling. What a shot. Great recognition from X. Hey, I got to get it to my best guy. And Carrera finishes.
That was close. That was a tough call for the officials.
And there is one small scoreboard on one end of the arena, and it was on the end they were shooting at. Very difficult call, to your point, but they count it. 4-1, Park City leading Brighton after one of the 5A state championship. Welcome back, start of the fourth quarter. Mentioned we've got some help up here in the booth. We talked to our officiating friend. He said the way they executed that late game scenario, the official baseline is looking to see if that crosses. He checked up with a trailing official who's got the eye on the clock, and that communication was, yep, that was in. Did it cross the line? Yep, it crossed the line, hence a good goal. 4-1 Brighton. What a start for the Bengals. Scott, 6, 7, 8 minutes in, they just had the one goal. What a late surge in that first quarter to get some separation.
Yeah, Brighton really, finding sort of their rhythm there late in the first quarter. Salinas with 2 goals. Carrera with that goal as the time expired. It'll be interesting to see if Park City can come out at the start of the second and answer.
And I was thinking, that final minute, I was like, Carrera hasn't taken a shot yet. Yeah. And then the one shot he has is that one right as the quarter was coming to an expiration. Great move there. Park City able to regain this with Wade Birch. Oh, he lost it. Hale's trying to keep that in for Brighton. Contact on that far line. Park City able to recover it. Good lane here. Going topside. What a shot. Able to beat Frey. Boy, that was a good look. Was that Alnwick, I think? Yeah, number 25.
Just a great job by Park City swinging the ball from one side of the field to the other. No hesitation. Gets the ball, takes that shot in and out of his stick right away, gets it to go past Frey. Frey did get his stick on it, but
yeah,
just a great shot by Park City.
Another face-off. Brighton. No, Park City winning it. I felt like Brighton, we didn't have a ton of face-offs in that first quarter, but it felt like they won most of them. Yeah. And Park City with 2 face-off wins to start the second quarter. Really important for the Miners.
It's going to be a battle at the face-off X. And I think if Park City can keep up with Brighton, they'll have a good chance in this game.
Looking around, Smith. Think about that shot. We'll stay here. Really like the game we've seen from Reese Smith this week. Did a lot of little things well in that semi. He's being active here in this championship early. Van Valkenburg working from X. Trying to work against Hansen. Hansen, good battle there. Thomas Hansen able to jar it loose and possess for the Bengals. Through a bunch of Miners. We do have a whistle near side. Official went down. I think we had a timeout. Yeah, timeout taken by Brighton. And how about Donovan Wismer making sure he's okay? Possession timeout taken by the Bengals, leading 4-2. Welcome back. Brighton possession. Leading 4-2 in the state championship game. First time Brighton has made a state championship game since the sport became sanctioned. It's been a strong program historically back to the club days, and even since it's been sanctioned, they just haven't been able to get here. Got upended by Park City in the semifinal last year. Send around Salinas. Harris. Good ball movement here. Reese tried to get that to Carrera, and that so interesting. I thought that was going to be an over and back. The indication, indicated offside. Okay. Brighton back to patience. Carrera works over to Anderson. Salinas. Here's Taylor. Carrera. Get to that middle shot there. Good save. Park City able to possess here with Beichner. Working on that clear up through the middle. Trey bringing it across. Marsland. Defended by Salmon. Trying to come near side. Works to the wing. They'll send it top with Birch. Park City going to bring Gould on. He's got a little room here. Not clear. Park City will be able to maintain this. Oh. Nice play there by your guy.
Hebert.
Yep.
It's not over and back if the defense, slaps it back on that side of the field. So
Birch. We had a whistle here. We've got a timeout taken by Park City. Coach Persky wanted to talk things over. 6:30 to go here in the first half. Brighton out in front. Park City to start. Birch coming near side right into the body of Frey. Jarred loose. Will be gathered by Gould. Defended. Nope. Thought he had it. He did not. Brighton did a good job of keeping that loose before they were able to gain possession. We talked about Frey's save percentage coming into this, but we did not talk about his clearing ability. It's strong. Failure to advance here, the call there. So it will go back to Park City. For those maybe new to the sport, 20 seconds to get it ahead and into the offensive box. So Brighton did not do that, hence the turnover back to Park City. Work behind with Birch. Sends out, good outlet. Big wind up there, was high and backed up. Park City will maintain. Van Valkenburg. The regular season game was 3-3 between these two at the break. This is kind of the tempo Park City wants to be in. Had a bigger deficit than they would have liked, trying to crawl back in it. Marsland trying to feed in front. Nice play, but couldn't get it on Cage. That's a good look for Park City, though.
Yeah, great look. Beautiful back cut. Great find.
Gould. Good stick work there by Peter. Not much room to work with up top. Park City continuing to work around. Had that little lane, and GLE sent it back up. Birch will give back here to Liam. Two of the top goal scorers for the Miners this year. That pair. Inside of 4 to go, first half. Birch, boy, having to deal with the defensive hails there. And do we have another timeout taken? Yeah, Park City going to use another timeout here.
Timeout taken by Park City.
You only get 2? They reset at half. Coach Persky going to try to draw something up here as they try to chip away again here at this deficit.
Yeah, Park City's doing a good job of moving the ball and attacking the cage, but just having a hard time really penetrating this Brighton defense, not drawing a lot of slides. It's similar to the game that we saw, earlier in the regular season. They're going to have to do more things to try to get guys open. They're going to have to try to set screens off ball, try to get more cutters, it's going to be more about off ball movement and trying to find those open cutters when they cut.
What have you liked with what you've seen from these two goalies in the start?
Well, I feel like Silyanov has done a good job of really just Silyanov and Hebert are really the leaders of the defense on the defensive side for Park City. Park City's defense has been playing very well. And then for Frey, he's already made some great saves and had thrown some good outlet passes. We haven't really seen, it's 4-2, kind of like during the regular season. It's not going to be a high-scoring game.
Right.
Brighton, a high-powered offense. But a lot of these shots that we're seeing are from the outside, not necessarily on cage. But I think it'll start to ramp up here as the game goes on.
It'll be interesting with the lighting here. It's kind of shining from behind the goals. It'll be interesting to see how the goalies deal with that. A shot there. Boy, caught Frey a little bit, but he was able to respond and save that. Didn't look like a traditional save, but it got the job done for Frey.
Yeah. Covered one side of the goal with his body, left his stick on the other.
Oh, and a missed clearing opportunity there for Brighton. It was wide open. Couldn't reel it in. And so Park City back on the possession. Brighton held a lot of possession that first quarter. Park City has been dominant on possession these last 4 or 5 minutes.
And that's their style of play. That's what they want to do. They want to try to control possession, be very methodical on offense. It's so tough when they're dodging on poles a lot. Brighton's defense really good about switching and always putting poles on Park City's dodgers.
That was a great work by the long pole of Mitch Murray. He really locked that up.
Yeah, this Brighton defense, I said it at the start of the game, but this Brighton defense, if you're just joining us, leads the state in takeaway checks. So you really have to be careful with the ball when you're dodging on these poles. David O'Day, a great defensive coach for Brighton, coaches these guys on takeaway checks. It's one of their best skills on defense is taking the ball away.
On the work, that pass couldn't be handled. Tapped ahead. A couple times Park City's been able to save possession by those plays at the half line. And Valkenburg gives to a cutter. Right in front. Tough angle shot.
But that's what Park City's going to have to do. They're going to have to find cutters. They're going to have to work off ball. It's going to be hard for them to beat this Brighton defense one-on-one.
This one sent into the corner. Park City trying to maintain it, but stepped out. It'll head back to the Bengals. Tough clear again. Brighton turning it over. That one jarred loose. Captured by Murray. We've got a timeout. Coach O'Donnell taking that timeout there. Just under 90 seconds left, recognizing they've got a shot for another big goal here late in the half.
I mean, it's a great timeout. Sort of a, possession timeout.
The interesting thing, we talk about that first game, the regular season. Brighton scored 2 goals in the first 2 minutes. And then they got one in the second at some point. In the second half, they got 2 goals in the first 90 seconds, didn't score again. They scored 4 goals in that first quarter. And this second quarter has just been drained away by Park City. Brighton really hasn't had many good looks in this second quarter.
Well, it's what Park City does. They take offensive teams out of their rhythm by playing that great team defense, making it really hard, making offenses work really hard to get quality looks. Brighton likes to play fast. They like to play in transition. They like to try to get early looks to their shooters, Silyanov and Carrera. And Park City coming in with a great defensive game plan to lock those guys down. Let's play settled 6-on-6 defense, and let's try to burn as much clock on both sides of the field.
And I actually think, Brighton has done a really good job of while they haven't been scoring at the propensity that they have for a lot of games this season, they also haven't let that, they haven't slipped into being lackadaisical offensively. I think there's still been a great purpose in their possession and in their ball movement trying to get opportunities. It's just been Park City has been well positioned and great with their sticks to not give many easy looks. But Brighton hasn't been like, oh, well, there's nothing there, right? Like, it's still been very purposeful and intentional. So Brighton with possession here as we approach 1 minute to go. Back behind goal, Salinas coming around. Harris working back. That one between a couple of Brighton players, and it's a cross over and back. It'll be Park City possession.
Yeah, unfortunate, unforced turnover there for the Bengals.
They've had a number of turnovers in this second quarter, Brighton has.
Yeah.
20 seconds left. Birch trying to keep his footing. Some space here. Clock inside of 10. Marsland. Park City trying to get a late look. They will not, and that will do it. We are at the break. Brighton with the lead 4-2 over Park City. You're watching the 5A State Championship live on KSLSports.com. Welcome back. Start of the second half. 4-2 Brighton leading Park City in this 5A State Championship. Dane Stewart, Scott Kellner with you. Scott, kind of the tempo we thought we'd expect. Brighton back on a face-off win here. But if you're Brighton, first quarter, I think, they had a 3-minute surge to close it out, found a lot of offensive success. What were they doing well there, and how do they get back to that here in the second half?
Well, I think when they found that offensive success, they were doing a really good job of just moving the ball quickly, trying to attack one side, swinging it to the other, and attacking again. They got that late goal they got that late goal at the end of the first quarter with Carrera. I think they just need to keep doing that, keep working on the ball movement, try to break down this Park City defense. But somebody's got to take somebody one-on-one and beat their guy.
They work back behind the goal. This is Salinas. He's got a pair of goals today. Brighton did not score in that second quarter. That Park City defense starting to find its stride. That's bad news for any team playing Park City. They work back to X here with Anderson. Excuse me, that might be Wismer actually. Salinas. Gives back. Good shot. That's a great idea. There was a little slippage there defensively. Salinas comes to the middle, able to go to where that defense help had to come from, and Harris with a finish.
Yeah, just beautiful sort of change of direction. Salinas kind of coming over the top. Throws back. Brighton gets the nice goal. High heat. Past Salinas. Silyanov.
A face-off win here for Park City. Nice job there by Ruzek. Brighton starting the second half well offensively. Just the one penalty in that first half. It was a man-up goal for Park City as a result, as this trickled through the middle before Birch was able to gather for the Miners. Nice little step there. A wind up here, and that's good stick work there by Brighton's Thomas Hansen.
Yeah, great lift on the shot. Making sure he doesn't get it off clean. Shot goes over the goal. Park City's there to back it up.
The Brighton students trying to cheer on this Brighton Bengals squad. Coming around, looking back door. That pass just couldn't be handled by Birch. Would have had a great look, Scott.
Yeah, great look. Beautiful back cut. And that's sort of Park City's MO on offense. There's a lot of off-ball movement, back cuts. Just couldn't handle that pass.
Frey bringing it up. Got a touch here. There you go. Salinas. Tried to skip across there. Couldn't handle it. This running out. Kept in. Nice job over there by James Anderson. Here's Taylor. Had a little lane there. He'll play back behind instead. Coming around, Carrera. Beautiful.
Beauty.
He is their top goal scorer. And Gabe Carrera had the goal to close the first quarter, but that time he gets a little lane, and it's over when that happens.
Brighton sets this really nice pin down screen. Carrera comes over the top, keeps his momentum going, turns that corner, momentum moving towards the goal, and gets that one to go past Cillianoff.
6-2 the Brighton lead.
That's what I think. I think that's what Brighton needs to do a little bit more. Try to set some more screens on Carrera. Try to do a little bit more to free these guys up on this Park City defense. Carrera doesn't need a lot of time really to get those hands free and get a shot off.
And procedure here, we'll give it to Park City. You know, I ran this trivia in the semifinal game. As we'll wait for that. Working in front. Frey with the save.
Great save by Frey.
You know the most goals that Park City has given up to an in-state team this year? Do you know what the answer is?
7.
8 to Highland. They gave up 7 to Corner and maybe Olympus, but 8 to Highland. That's the most goals this Park City team has given up to an in-state team.
I didn't catch that Highland game. I was guessing it was the Brighton game.
I don't think many people would have guessed Highland on that one. It surprised in the other game as well. 8 to go here in the third. And this is where when you're Park City with their tempo, trailing by 4, or even if it gets to 5, tough situation for the Miners. Here's Reese, back to Carrera. Gabe, good cut again. That's a big save by Cillianoff. Sent up. Reese. Boy, couldn't get a shot away. Boy, he was open. Had a really good placement or good positioning there. But Park City able to take it away. Reese keeping possession here with the Bengals. Here's Salinas. Harris has been really good today for Brighton.
Yeah.
Taylor. A little turn back. Boy, he wanted that shot. Beichner was able to recover. Jarred loose. Cillianoff. Here's Smith. They'll bring this in. Smith, Reese, Frey. It's getting awfully hard to see that ball here. And I'm always kind of hesitating a little bit. Do they get it or not? Near side with Marsland. A play back coming from behind goal. No, that was shy of the post. Brighton trying to get the chase, and they do. The Bengals will have possession on the chase after the shot.
Yeah, it was a great look by Park City. Nice little sneak around the crease. Just couldn't get it on cage.
For those still learning lacrosse, on a shot, closest team to where it went out gets possession. That's why you saw Brighton going after it, and the Bengals here will take a timeout. 5:18 to go. Brighton feeling really good with a 4-goal lead here in the third quarter. Beautiful setting here in Harriman. That sun going down.
The rain has stayed away thus far.
It has, and we've had no thunderstorms this year. That's a big win. Everything's been on schedule here at Zions Bank Stadium. Our final game of the year, this 5A state championship. Been a great championship day. Corner Canyon in double overtime defeats Davis, and Judge winning their first 4A state championship over Skyview. And Brighton looking for their first 5A. Have only had Park City as 5A state champs. Salinas. Contact in front of the cage. You said this one will be physical. That one, I think, ricocheted off the pipe. Brighton closest to. Taylor. Sent up, extra pass. Carrera, the windup in the goal. It felt like Silionov saw that, maybe even got a piece of it, but Carrera too strong on the take.
Yeah, Carrera kind of sweeping across the top. Creates a little bit of separation from his defender. Gosh, that must have been from 16 yards.
Yeah.
But sets his feet. There's beautiful overhand shot. Makes it so hard for Silionov to read, changing planes.
There's a real quick snap to his shot.
Oh, yeah.
And it just
Quick
jumps
release.
on you. And again, just a sophomore. Man, we got some great talent in this state that's young, don't we? Gabe Carrera, we saw O.J. Ika for corner. He's just a freshman. As the push here, we'll give it to Park City. That touched in. Park City now bringing the offense up. Here's Marsland with it. Of course, that whole Judge roster is all sophomores, so
Yeah.
there's a lot of youth. Approaching 3.5 to go in the third. Marsland, tough angle shot. Brighton closest to, it'll stay here. Birch. Here's Liam. Trying to back it down. And Frey took that away. Marsland. Liam lost it momentarily. 2.5 to go. He'll take the shot there. That was deflected, did not find its way through. Second opportunity, and that might have been deflected out as well. Miles Peter has been great for Brighton defensively today.
Yeah, just one of the reasons why Park City's having a hard time on offense is just because of the great one-on-one defense by Brighton. I don't feel like I've seen a slide all night.
No. Shot there, Frey with the save. He has been locked down tonight, as we expected. Good battle. Taylor was trying to keep that alive. And it will be Brighton possession. Sent back over with Harris. He just ran Anderson up, kind of step, but show patience. Carrera, man, he'll take the shot and backed up.
Yeah, Carrera with the shorty that time, he's got to go to the cage every time.
He's got pep in his step.
Yeah,
doesn't he? The second half.
When he gets a shorty, he's got to go.
Here's Taylor. Stick check there by Smith, and Brighton can't get it. Park City will get this back. 40 seconds left in the quarter. A late goal here would be huge for the Miners. Reese, very aware of that pressure coming from Murray. This clock ticking away, 20 seconds left in the third. The countdown is not correct. That's Brighton trying to mess with these Park City players. A shot there, and Frey's on it. No offense to the band, that's the Frey right there. Mason Frey has been spectacular. 7-2 as he pumps up this defense. Brighton heading to the fourth quarter. 12 minutes away from a state championship. Start of the fourth quarter. Brighton cheering on their Bengals. What a performance today by Mason Frey. He's probably got a good 8 or 9 saves, I would guess. And they win the face-off. Straight down, and a goal to start the fourth quarter for Brighton. From the dot to the back of the net, it's Jackson Webster with his first tonight.
Just beautiful face-off, winning it out in front, creating the fast break. Nobody stops ball, just runs it down and gets that one to go past Cillianoff. Such an advantage to have a face-off guy like Jackson Webster who can create offense off the face-off like that.
We've seen Gamonal, the senior, and face-offs tonight. Webster there. Oh, he's such a critical aspect of this game. Defining possession and how you work with it. And yeah, you're right. When you got a face-off guy that can score, such a big energizer for your group. Of course, Brighton baseball playing in a state championship. They lost their first game today. They've got to win 2 tomorrow against Maple Mountain. The girls made it to the semi, nearly upset Olympus in a great come-from-behind game. It's been a good spring for Brighton sports. Boys trying to take this trophy back to that beautiful new Brighton High School. Good defense there by Anderson. Brighton trying to give chase, only trying to keep it. A good battle here. I'm telling you, Peter going to be called here for the push. But that guy has been so good. The long stick midi for Brighton, or one of, I should say. Trying to run to the cage there. We talk about how good Park City's defense has been, this Brighton offense, and you talked about it, right? Their ability to generate turnovers. They've been so sound tonight against Park City.
Just not letting Park City get anything easy. Park City having to work so hard for every opportunity.
Frey lost that one. Van Valkenburg on it, trying to get it up to Birch. Birch the shot and the denial by Frey.
And then even when they get good opportunities like that, you have Mason Frey in the goal.
They've had great goalies the last couple of years. And Mason Frey, I think his only year starting for Brighton. But man, he has had a heck of a year. And how about Brighton bringing this up? Boy, the physicality of Thomas Hansen. As that's deflected out, it'll stay Brighton possession. Nine and a half to go. Here's Taylor. Taylor sending across. Oh, good ball movement. Ooh. Boy, they set that up beautifully. And it's James Anderson, the senior, scoring his first goal tonight.
Just beautiful back cut by Anderson down the far side pipe. That off-ball movement. Really one of the only ways that you can beat this Park City defense. Catching ball watching.
Park City has given up double digits to two teams from Colorado this year. And that's been it. This is the highest that any in-state team has scored against them. I think Brighton's been quicker, more physical, and they've been better defensively too. It's been a very strong performance across all aspects of this game by the Bengals as they'll take the timeout here. Timeout Brighton. The Bengals running on their way to a state championship, 8.5 away. .840 left. Did not see this coming.
We did not.
Ooh, make it 10.
James Anderson again.
I told most people I thought this was going to be the game of the day. And Brighton, it is if you're a Bengal fan.
It is if you're a Bengal fan. Yeah, James Anderson with just a quick move, speed dodge. No help from Park City, which is unusual. They're usually very quick to slide. Really far out on the pressure. Anderson just too quick.
Face off. Ahead for Park City and possessed by Ruzek.
It'll be interesting to see if Park City can pick up the pace.
Trying to get that shot away, and Peter is there once again.
They don't have the luxury of taking these 3-4 minute possessions and working the ball to score.
A long heave ahead. Takes a high bounce and out of play, and that will go back to Park City. You know, we don't cheer for teams, but you know what would be kind of a, well, no, that's kind of out of place.
I cheer for a close game.
I do too. In the first matchup of these two, you can go watch it online, but it was A.J. Silyanov in overtime that took it end-to-end to score the game winner. I was like, as Frey had that heave, I'm like, well, it'd kind of be fitting if Mason Frey got a goal tonight, right?
Yeah, but what a piece.
Yeah. Of course, we want to welcome our audience in Wyoming. Happy Cowboy evening to y'all. I got a text, so you know, why not? Brighton couldn't possess that. Park City on it. Nope. It is tough to see the ball. I do not envy these goalies. In case you missed it, I went between the pipes a couple weeks ago. It was hard to see that. It's hard to see it here. As this one out of play. And their signaling is going to be Park City possession. Smith. Liam handing over, I think this is McCloskey. Tripped up, yep. Had a slash there. McCloskey holding his wrist here. I don't know they're going to get that call, but they will get the trip. Officials here conversing. So that'll be a 1 minute man up for Park City here with 6.5 to go.
Foul, number 11, Miles
Peter will serve the time here. Park City just the 1 man up opportunity. They capitalized off of it. It was the opening goal for the Miners by Bracken Birch. Park City has not scored since Alnwick scored in that second quarter. I don't remember the time when he scored that goal, but it's could be anywhere from 12 to 24 minutes going without a goal here for Park City. Is having to be helped off. Here's McCloskey. I didn't see what happened to him. So man up for the Miners. Good ball movement on their first man up. Working around here. Skipped across. Nay. Van Valkenburg. Birch trying to send up, catch and shoot. Frey's there.
Frey's had a heck of a game.
Yes, he has. That clear couldn't be caught. It'll head back to the Miners. As Peter served his time, back to even strength. We said, my opinion, best goalie in the state. He's played up to that level tonight. And we get our last Park City timeout. I think their last one. I think they used their first one already. Maybe not. It's a Park City timeout. 5:20 to go here in regulation.
Today's event is being streamed live.
Welcome back. Trying to work around, give it back to the screener there. Alnwick. Gets around, tries to center that. Picked up Marsland on that backside. Tough angle shot, no. This will be Park City to start on that far end. The last Park City playoff loss was in that Class A championship to Corner Canyon. Brighton lost in the semifinal to Park City last year, lost in the regular season this year to Park City. It's backed up by the Miners. I think most people thought all year Brighton was the best team in 5A. Then they beat Corner Canyon mid-year. Thought, probably the best team in the state. Had the loss to Park City and wondered if that would be the case in the playoffs, and it has certainly played out that way. As they've maintained their dominance really in every game. Haven't had a close playoff game, the Bengals. Little lane there, trying to in on Frey. It's, you might as well just put a lid on the goal at this point, right? Just turn it around, seal it up, drag it off. It was just.
He has been a stone wall.
Marsland sending up, can't connect. Brighton possession. We approach 3 to go.
Brighton won't have to keep it inside the box because they're up by more than 5.
Which we want to thank those who have helped to clarify that rule for us. In the box, 4 or less goals in the last 2 minutes? 4 or less goal differential, I should say. Good battle there by guess who? Peter again. And Park City will maintain it here. The Brighton faithful don't like it. Guys, it's okay. 2.5 away. It'll be all right. A little clock issue. We're just going to pause ours, let the game clock catch up here. A rip there from wide, and it's backed up. Here's Birch. We approach 2 minutes to go. Oh, there you go. Park City with a late goal here. No give up in the minors. And that was by Reese Smith, the junior, scoring here late.
Yeah, Reese Smith, just a little hitch dodge into the middle, gets his hands free. Beautiful high release from about 10 yards, 12 yards. Gets that one to go past Frey.
You know, I failed to mention Mason Frey's nickname. Do you know what his nickname is? Do you remember what his nickname is?
What is it?
Duck.
Duck?
Yeah, Duck. And a lot of the Brighton faithful, when he makes a big save, I haven't heard him tonight, but they've got duck calls.
Is that why it's the duck call?
Yeah, it's to cheer on Mason Frey, or Duck as he goes by.
We were so confused by that earlier.
That was why. That was why. So
I wish we had known earlier.
He's earned the duck calls tonight.
No doubt.
"90 seconds left. Well, you think the way Park City likes to play, how big were those last 3 minutes of that first quarter when this got pushed from a 1-1 game to a 4-1 game? Huge.
Huge. Absolutely huge. I mean, Brighton has just been on the gas all game.
Yep.
Defense, offense, face-offs, you name it. They've played a complete game. And it's scary to think that Salinas and Carrera, Salinas is a junior, Carrera is a sophomore. Their 2 leading scorers will be back next season.
Yeah. It is a roster with a lot of seniors, though. I mean, you talk about guys like James Anderson. He scored a couple tonight. Donovan Wismer, one of their top goal scorers. And, of course, Mason Frey.
Right.
And there's plenty of more, right? But they do have a lot of talent coming back. This will be a really good Brighton team again next year. But guys who've put a lot of heart and soul into this program trying to get to this moment, and they're 30 seconds away. Brighton just taking time away. Final seconds ticking away here at Zions Bank Stadium. Final seconds, and the Brighton Bengals will welcome the state championship trophy to the jungle. They are your 5A state champions.
Just amazing performance from the Brighton Bengals. Like you said, Dane, it's congratulations to these seniors for everything that they've helped build. Congratulations to, all of the Bengal alumni who've helped build great programs over the years. Tip of the hat to Park City Miners. Garrett Hebert, played a great game. Leader on this defense, AJ Silianoff. Had a good day in cage, but really tough matchup against this Brighton offense.
Especially with the urgency that I think Brighton came out with, right? And just very focused. We talked about that regular season matchup. Scott, you pointed out the penalties led to their undoing. They did not have a lot of penalties today.
Pretty clean game.
And, just the intensity, the discipline we saw from Brighton and the dominance was there for the Bengals. We talked about some of the seniors for Brighton. Seniors for Park City. Obviously A.J. Silianoff, his trajectory the last month of the year was phenomenal, and he was great. Bracken Birch, one of their leading goal scorers, one of those seniors. Liam Van Valkenburg, a senior. They got guys coming back as well, Reese Smith, Ian Marsland, others, but man, there's some guys that we've called names for years at Park City whose careers come to a close here tonight in the state championship. Scott, your final thoughts?
I think Brighton was the better team. I think they probably deserved to win. We were hoping for maybe a more closer game, a more competitive game, but hats off to Brighton for really coming out, executing on offense, executing on defense, playing a complete game. Park City will get there. They're a young team, relatively new cast on offense, and so I think we kind of saw that tonight. The difference between the strength in Brighton's offense and a sort of new cast of offensive players for Park City. But I think the future's bright for that Park City team.
This was a goalie versus goalie matchup in the first one. Tonight it was a goalie matchup. Mason Frey had himself one of the best championship performances in cage I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He was electric. He'll lead his team through the handshake line here, and he was just unbeatable tonight. He was spectacular. Young man going to have opportunity to go play at the next level. Excited for his future, but really the anchor of this Brighton team. No matter who they faced, they were going to make it tough to score and tough to be able to overwhelm what they have on the offensive side. Really a complete team from Brighton that capitalizes and finished it off here with the state championship. The Brighton Bengals 10-3, your 5A state champs, as the first 5A champion not named Park City comes from the same region, but it's the Brighton Bengals. And you want to know why they say it's hard to beat a good team twice. It's what you saw tonight. The urgency, the discipline of Brighton, locked in. They knew what the target was, and they got it, as you see the celebration. We're going to hang around here so you can see trophy presentations. The Brighton Bengals will finish the year 20-1, but they redeemed the one here in the state championship. The Bengals are your state champs. For Tino Psyche, Scott Kellner, my name is Dane Stewart. Thanks for joining us all year long here on KSL Sports Rewind. School year comes to a close. Our coverage comes to a close. It's been a pleasure to have you, and we look forward to seeing you again next year for football, basketball, lacrosse, all of it right here on KSLSports.com. The Brighton Bengals cap off the 24th season with a 5A state championship. We'll send you down to the field for trophy presentations.
Congratulations to both teams for their efforts and tremendous sportsmanship. The second place trophy is presented to Park City High School. The 5A state championship trophy is presented to Brighton High School. UHSAA would like to thank the staff of Salt Lake Academy for their hospitality and assistance in hosting the state championship. Thank you for your attendance and continued support of high school activities. Thank you for your sportsmanship, and please drive home safely. We have 10 minutes to clear the field. There will be a ceremonial cutting of the nets on the outside of the stadium near the southwest corner by the school buses. We would love both teams to clear the field within the next 10 minutes so we can prepare for tomorrow's events.